Hey you guys, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Guys, this video right here is going to run just a little bit long, but it's about how to clean and repair your chimney. Every year, guys, hundreds and hundreds of people's homes burn down because they don't have their flues and chimneys properly inspected and cleaned. Get a professional to do it if you don't want to do it yourself, but do have it done so that you can save your property and possibly your lives. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Hey you guys, welcome to Mike Creed Outdoors. Guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, every year in my neighborhood and yours, people who use wood burning stoves lose their houses in tragic fires because they haven't inspected their chimney and done it the right way or got somebody else to do it. And today I'm going to show you how to inspect your chimney for cracks on the inside and the outside. And I'm going to show you how to change a thimble, because upon inspection of mine this year, I found that my thimble is cracked. Now what I've done, guys, is we're going to take a look down that chimney with the camera that I've got on that tripod right there. And what I've got right here is a 10-foot long piece of PVC pipe, and right in the end of it, I hope you can see that, got a wooden plug that's locked in there. Then on the end of that wooden plug, I've screwed a 1/4-20 bolt. A 1/4-20 bolt is the same size that's on the bottom of your camera when you hook it up to your tripod. That's what it is. So we're going to set up a ladder. We're going to take the camera, and we're going to stick it down this chimney right here and inspect it for cracks that way. And then I will show you guys the cracked thimble and how to replace it. Okay you guys, first of all I want to show you this right here. That's creosote. Now I burned probably 2.5 cords of wood last winter. And I cleaned this chimney out, but this stuff will just automatically, in the summertime, look at that, will fall right on off of that chimney when you stop cooking the chimney. But this stuff right here is what burns your house down. This stuff, when it catches on fire, and it will catch on fire, guys, there ain't no question about it, this is what does it. This stuff burns so intense inside that chimney that it will get thousands of degrees inside that chimney. If the fire department don't get there and you've got a leak inside that chimney anywhere, this is going to burn your house down. So check this out. We're going to take a look down this chimney in a minute, but I've cleaned it out twice last winter, but that's still what fell out of it this summer. Creosote. Okay you guys, I'm just going to show you the outside of the chimney first. And I've got this on the pole. That's one way of inspecting that chimney, on the outside as well as the inside. Now right there you'll see a patch on that chimney. That's where my thimble comes out that's cracked. But hopefully the inside liner is not cracked. Brown stuff you see on the chimney is where the creosote has run down it over the years. You can see that I'm patching it. And will eventually brick this chimney. Okay you guys, there's the top of the chimney, and I've already looked down it with my naked eye. I'm going to have to put a light. I'm going to have to rig up a light in this chimney so we can see inside this chimney. One thing I do want to tell you though, that you'll notice now that there's no creosote on the outside of this chimney anymore. When you put a cap on top of a chimney, that causes creosote to build up even quicker inside your chimney. That creosote sticks to that cap and then runs down the side of your chimney, and it causes just all kind of ugly things on the outside of your house, and basically just some really just corrosive looking stuff, and it will actually eat your roof off if you have a metal roof. So I'm going to have to rig us up a light to stick down the inside that chimney so that we can actually look down it. All right, let's give it a shot. You can see it needs brushed out, but most of that stuff fell off during the summer. Now at that point right there, guys, you should be looking through my thimble. We'll bring you up and we'll see what we got. Okay guys, it looks like I'm gonna have to take my brush and put it down that chimney. I don't see any cracks in it right there right off the bat, but I haven't got it on my computer yet. But that's a good thing about doing this. You can clean out your chimney, then you stick your camera down it just like you see me do right there. I just taped a little old pin light right on this piece of pipe and lit that up so that I could see it. There's what that rig looks like, guys. Pin light, 1/4 bolt. Very simple. Okay, you guys, we're inside now. Here's what led me to look and see if there was anything else wrong with my chimney. This piece of pipe had been in there, sticking right in there, guys, for at least 12 years. It's hooked up to my stove. My stove is a Fisher stove, and my stove weighs 610 pounds without any firewood in it. So it's very heavy, and the way I've got it made, I've got this brick wall that I laid some 20 some years ago, and it sits on a concrete slab 6 inches thick. But even though that concrete slab, guys, is 6 inches thick, that still don't mean that won't set your house on fire. So I'll show you a little trick that I come up with to, spontaneous combustion can, that piece of block can get hot, or that slab can get hot and penetrate all the way down to that piece of wood, and over time, spontaneous combustion will set your house on fire. So we'll talk about that too, and I'll show you how I come up with a solution for that. But anyway, that piece of pipe was rusted out. And when I opened it up, we haven't had any rain, guys, of any significant amount for at least 2 weeks. Very dry outside. This piece of pipe on my stove was wringing wet. And what I discovered was that my air-conditioned house is causing that piece of pipe to sweat, because the hot air will come down that chimney at times, and the hot, humid air, when it comes down, will hit that cold surface and make it sweat. So it actually rusted that piece of pipe out. The fire plus the creosote over the years has caused that piece of pipe to rust out. And I just made that discovery. So I'm going to let you see a close-up of the thimble and why I'm going to replace it. See those cracks? Even though that's sticking in a pretty decent chimney, guys, that still, you hear how loose that is? That will still let gases come back out into your dwelling, so you don't want that to happen. So guys, here, what we're going to do is I'm going to change this thing out to metal. And I want to establish the bottom of this piece of pipe right here so that it matches my stove again, because that's very critical. I don't have very much wiggle room here. So I want to measure down, and that's 7 inches to the bottom of this thimble. So when I put my new one in there, I want to maintain that. But what I'm doing is I'm changing it out to metal. That way it won't crack. And you can buy these things galvanized, but I didn't buy a galvanized one. I just picked up a piece of scrap iron and cut me a piece of it, guys, so that I could just stick it right back in that hole and grout it in and not have any more problems with cracks. So we'll get started on it, and I'll let you take a look at it. Once the thing is broken, guys, it's not that hard to get that thimble out. Of course, these blocks are only like 4 inches thick. So from there, then you're going to be right inside your chimney. You know, your chimney is a piece of 2 blocks put together with an oval shape cut in them. So what you need to do it with is a good hammer, a good chisel, and very gently take this thing out, guys. Just don't pound and hammer and beat, because you'll crack stuff that you don't want to crack, even your chimney thimble. So just very gently. Once you get this thing broke apart, most of that stuff, it's cracked anyway. That thimble will just fall right out there, see? So I'll go ahead and finish taking it out and clean it up, and then I'll show it to you that way. There we are, guys. We're looking right in there without the thimble in that chimney now. It's about 9.5 inches deep. You see that crack? That crack right there was, believe it or not, letting some gases get back into the dwelling. You just don't really realize it, but they do. Carbon monoxide will kill you. So we definitely done good when we inspected this chimney, because it was in really bad shape. Okay, guys, there's what my new thimble is going to look like. See that? Now all I got to do is grout that thing in really good and let it set up. And that's how you replace that thimble. Hey, you guys, I just want to let you check this out from the inside of the chimney there. One more time. Always make sure you brush all the debris and stuff right around the edge where this thimble is going to go. And this is actually a 2-step process. What we're going to do, guys, is there's the concrete, and that's just plain old mortar mix. Just go to the hardware store and get you some. Over here I've got some water. The reason I say this is a 2-step process is what we want to do. We want to get this stuff wet right here, so that the concrete that we put in there will stick to it. It won't stick to it very well. It will stick, but not very well. So I'm going to get that nice and wet. Now what you want to do, guys, is you want to get you a packing tool. That's just a stick. And when I have that thimble on that bed of mortar, to get that mortar to go back inside there, I have to have a packing tool, and I just use a stick to do it. You just push that mortar right back in there until you fill that up. But what we're going to do is we'll bed the thing, and we'll let the thing set up so that when we start to pack it all the way around, that thimble won't move on us. Hope you guys understand that. We'll bed it first and let that set up, then we will pack it. Because there it is with the bed laid in place. Now make sure when you do that that you fill every one of those cracks that you found in your chimney. Anywhere you had a crack in there, take that mortar and just fill it in. Then we'll take this new thimble and we'll stick it in place. That looks pretty good with the wall. Let's take our measurement. 7 inches is what it was to the bottom of the hole. That's what we're looking for. Now, you'll notice that we shaved off some as we went in there, so we'll take that and put it back in the bucket. You also have to reach after this thing sets up, guys. Make sure it's level. Don't look okay. Or a little bit slanted back, okay. Now when this thing sets up, you want to reach in behind that thimble right there and pack the concrete mix around your thimble. So we know it's bedded here and here, so I can fill it up to right here. It's pretty much set and ready. So that's what that part of it looks like. Fun. Guys, it's about 4 hours later. That's setting up really good. Now I'll just wait until tomorrow morning until that's really good and hard. Then I'll pack the top of it right here. Now you're looking inside that stove, guys, and right back there on the left hand side you can see water dripping down. And as I look around there inside that stove is sweating on the inside. And I stuck my fingers in there just a minute ago, and you wouldn't believe it, but you see how wet that is right there? That's what's causing the stove. That's what causes your stove to rust apart, I guess. I didn't know this. I've been burning firewood for years. But you look at that stuff right there. Soaking wet. So we've both learned something today, guys. I'm going to have to do something to stop that from happening. Okay guys, this thimble is finished. It's been curing now for about 12 hours or a little bit more than that. You can see I've packed the top real good. And while I was doing so, I reached my hand on the back side of it and I packed the back side while I was packing the front side, so that that opening that you saw there in the other video was filled up. So that's what it looks like now. Now I can get me some new stovepipe and put my stove back in place.